Welcome back to another BizBite episode of the eCommerce Badassery podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster. On last week's episode, we chatted about how many emails you should send a week at any given time in your e-commerce business. If you haven't listened to that yet, definitely go check it out. It's episode 104 and it's under 7 minutes. But what happens when you're in a promotional time in your business, like Black Friday? In that case, your cadence should be different and will be increased from what you typically send. So let's chat about what that looks like. First up, let's pretend you have a standard promo happening over the weekend. At a minimum, you're going to want to have at least 3 emails: a launch, a reminder, and a last chance. Even if you only have a few hundred people on your list, you'll want to send these 3 emails. For the purposes of today's episode, I'm going to talk through what a typical Black Friday email cadence would look like, and then you can pare that down for your smaller promotions. We're going to run our sale from the Wednesday before Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday. On Wednesday, we're going to launch to our VIPs. On Thanksgiving evening around 4 p.m., we're going to launch to our entire list. And then our promotion is going to end at 11:59 p.m. on Monday night. To keep this example simple, we're just going to have the same promotion throughout the entire weekend. We're not going to have something different for Cyber Monday. So on Tuesday night, we're going to remind our VIP list that their access to the sale is coming tomorrow and to watch their inbox at X time. On Wednesday, we send the VIP launch email. On Thursday morning, we send a last chance for VIP access to the VIP list and exclude those who already purchased. If you have a different offer for your VIP people, like if they have a higher percentage off than the rest of your weekend, you don't have to exclude the people who already purchased. Remind them that it's the last chance to get this higher discount. On Thursday evening, we're going to send the promo launch to the entire list. On Friday morning, we're going to resend the launch email to anyone who didn't click it from the day before. And I used to always say open, but since iOS 15, I've changed it to click. On Friday evening, we're going to send our holiday gift guide to everyone who hasn't purchased the promo yet. On Saturday morning, we're going to resend Friday night's email to anyone who didn't click it. On Saturday evening, we're going to send a product or collection feature email to everyone who hasn't purchased yet. On Sunday morning, we'll resend Saturday evening's email to everyone who didn't click that email. On Sunday night, we'll send our best sellers to anyone who hasn't purchased so far. On Monday morning, we'll resend our bestseller email to anyone who didn't click it from Sunday night and remind them that the sale is ending later that night. And then on Monday night, about 6 hours before the sale ends, we'll send a last chance email to everyone on both your regular list and VIP list, even if they have already purchased. So a few things to think about here. One, this is a very general cadence that you can get more specific with in terms of what content you want to share, which is going to vary widely depending upon your business and product assortment. Two, for your last chance email, you can send different versions to your purchasers and non-purchasers so far throughout the sale. So for instance, maybe the email you send to those who have already bought from the sale receive more of a "who did you forget on your list" type email. Number 3, use a mix of content inside your emails. Sometimes you might want to feature products. Other times might be more of a full graphic flyer type email. You want them to feel fresh, especially those resends. Since we can't rely on open rates alone, it's possible someone already saw the original version of that email, so you'll want to switch up the content so it doesn't feel redundant. And number 4, you'll want to monitor your results in real time and adjust if you need to. If you see that your email engagement is tanking, you may need to pull back on your sends. If it's holding strong and you have more messages you want to send, you can send those additional emails to everyone on the list versus just those who haven't clicked the email from the day before. And I know when you're listening to all of those emails, it seems like a lot, and it is. But when we're talking about a season like Black Friday, people's inboxes are like Twitter feeds, so you need to keep sending so you're getting in front of your customer. If your promotion is not during such a heavy promo season, like if it's just a random weekend in March, then you don't have to send as many emails. 1 a day is likely enough. Another thing I want to touch on here is the VIP list, because some people wonder, why do I have to build a VIP list if I'm basically sending everything to my main list anyway? And there's really two reasons. One, you can do something special for them, like early access or a bigger discount, so they feel taken care of. And two, is now that you have this group of people who have raised their hand and said, yes, I want to hear more about this thing that you're promoting or talking about. And when someone specifically opts in to hear about that thing, you can email them about it more without them getting fatigued from your message. Additionally, once you get more comfortable in your email sending and have your strategy down, you can start giving your people the option to opt out of certain messaging without unsubscribing from your entire email list. This way, they can say, hey, I want to stay on your email list, but I've already made my purchase related to this thing you're promoting, and now I'm done with this messaging. If you're on my email list, you probably saw that option when we were launching the lounge earlier this year. You could click a button in an email, and it would take you to a landing page that said you will no longer hear about the lounge. Then you were automatically added to a segment that was then excluded from any future emails about the lounge specifically. You don't have to worry about that when you're first starting out, but it can definitely be helpful as you grow and increase your sending cadence. Ultimately, the big takeaway that I want you to have here is to send more emails. And remember, as a general rule, the bigger your email list and the wider your product assortment, the more emails you can send. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the flip side, friend.